Hello, this is Jim Stockstill, bringing you a tidbit of revelation that I just received. I couldn't even sleep last night. I got so excited because I finally understand some things. Now, one of the greatest prophecies in the Bible is Daniel's 70 weeks, and it takes you from the time of Daniel all the way to the end of this dispensation, So Daniel saw that after fasting for 21 days, the angel Gabriel came and told him that there would be 7 weeks and then 62 weeks. Altogether, there would be 70 weeks before sin would be abolished and transgression would be paid for fully. So there would be 70 weeks of years, which was 70 weeks of seven years in a week, 490 years. And then Gabriel went on to explain that there were 7 weeks and then there were 62 weeks before Messiah was cut off, before Jesus was killed. And scholars, you'll have to do your own homework on this, have traced it to exactly 69 weeks. And then there remained 1 week left. But Daniel went on to say that the people of the prince who is to come will tear down destroy the temple. He didn't say that the prince who is to come will destroy the temple. He said the people of the prince, the ethnicity, the people in the province, because Augustus had recruited all the soldiers from the provinces. So the province around Israel was where the soldiers came from, and they later became the Ottoman Empire. They later became they were Mid-Eastern. Okay, so anyhow, so you go on down. So you got 1 week left. Well, then in chapter 9, verse 27 of Daniel, it says, and he shall make a firm covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and upon the wing of abomination shall come one that maketh desolate, and even unto the full end. And it goes on. But here's what I could never understand, because we've been teaching that the prince who is to come is the Antichrist. A better term was a beast, but it doesn't make sense, because this person, he makes the covenant at the very first of the last week, very first of the last week. So during the first 3.5 years, or times and half a times, the two witnesses are preaching. So then the beast, who really this is all about, the beast comes out of the abyss where he is and kills the two witnesses and sets up his kingdom. So how could the beast makes a covenant, establish a covenant with many, or confirm a covenant or whatever, and then turns into the beast somehow? Because it says that the beast will will kill the two witnesses, and they will lie in the streets for 3.5 days, 1 day for every year they're prophesying, and then they'll be taken up to heaven. So the beast is, and let me get this. He is not the beast. The one that establishes the covenant with many is not the beast. He's not the prince who is to come. The prince who is to come, he's not that. He, I think, this is why I didn't sleep, is one of a political leader of the world's greatest power. Now, right now, that's the United States is the greatest power. And we've seen that many of our presidents tried to establish a covenant with Israel, a peace treaty with Israel. So here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that this he is a big political leader. Now he knows what's going on. He's he's on Satan's side, and he's going to establish this wonderful peace treaty, which, well, it may divide Israel. I mean, it may give a Palestinian state, it may give a Israeli state. I mean, who knows? But it's been trying. They've been trying to do it for many years now. So anyhow, he's going to do that. Then at 3.5 years, he's going to cause the sacrifice of the meat offering and the grain offering to cease. And then after he causes it to cease, this one comes out of the abyss, kills the 2 witnesses, and then he sets up his kingdom. And the people say, "Who can fight this beast? I mean, who can fight the one that was wounded and head was wounded and has come back?" Because this beast is part man and part devil, part angel. Probably a Nephilim, probably the Assyrian, and probably Nimrod. Had a head wound, but anyhow, I mean this is pretty deep. If I've been studying this in great detail for many, many years, and I'm doing this. I'm just doing like a Reader's Digest. I'm throwing out some nuggets, and if you have any background in this, then I've thrown you out a real truth that we don't really know who he is. Now, there's some theologians who try to say that he is Christ and he's going to do this and he's going to do that. Their preterist says it, and there's some that say it's already been done and everything. But no, we're looking for that last week of Daniel to start. And I don't know when it's going to be. I mean, it could be right around the corner. It could be 10 years from now. God said don't predict the time. We don't know the time, but we know the season. We're in a season right now where we've seen all kinds of wild stuff. We've seen all kinds of atrocities, but right now, I think that he is a political leader, and if it was to happen right now, it would be from the United States, the world's greatest empire, which we may stay for a little bit. So we need to watch a political leader, great charisma, great, people love him. He's going to establish a covenant, and then he's deceitful. He's going to break that covenant, and he's going to allow the beast who is in the abyss to come out and wreak havoc on the world. And that starts when the beast comes out and kills the 2 witnesses. That starts the Great Tribulation. That starts the last 3.5 years. The Great Tribulation will only be 3.5 years. The covenant will be 7 years. Half the covenant is when the beast comes out, establishes his kingdom, and that's for 3.5 years. And that's when he's given power over the saints that are here. And that's another story, because most of you have been taught escapism. But anyhow, I don't want to get into that right now. I'm excited about He, and until next time, I want you to keep listening for the handwriting on the wall.